predominantly and previously, marketing really served single digits in a unique way. It was more the research and the strategy behind it. There wasn't a ton of content being put out. We had some content that would go out here and there, but really what we've done now is we've tried a couple of different things to see what works for us. And really we've found that it's the LinkedIn ads. It's creating fun and engaging content, whether it's video.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Julia Healey, Head of Marketing at Single Digits. How you doing today, Julia?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
My distinct pleasure. Appreciate you spending some time with us on Business Ninjas. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and about Single Digits.
Sure. So I have been with Single Digits just over 2 years now. I started out as a project management professional on our hospitality team. I moved into the events and partnerships role and the product marketing management role about 1.5 years ago. And then in November of last year, took over the department as the senior marketing manager and head of marketing. I have a long, extensive background in experiential marketing. Events was my forte and my niche, and this has been kind of my foray into content marketing and then the strategy side of it. So it's been a really fun experience, and learning and working as we go has been really informative and helpful.
Well, hopefully everyone is learning as they work and growing, right?
That's the name of the game. You constantly evolve and grow.
Hope so.
On the Single Digits side,
Yeah.
Single Digits is a bulk managed Wi-Fi company historically. We were started in 2003. We have gone through several evolutions. In 2020, there was a large rebrand that happened. We started out primarily providing high-speed internet access to the hospitality industry. Through acquisition and development, we stepped into the senior living space, the student housing space, and the multifamily residential space. So think of any condos, any communities that have multi-dwelling units, we would serve those. We are not only in the HISA space, but we have stepped into television and streaming, video, voice over IP services, and then managed IT for select verticals. And that would be companies that don't per se have their own support system, where we'll step in, provide equipment, provide the troubleshooting and tech support.
Excellent. Now, go back a step to the origin story of Single Digits. How long have they been around again?
Since 2003.
And what's the origin story? How'd they come to be?
So it's a really funny question, and it's something that we've never truly pinned down that origin story with the founders. There's been a couple different iterations of the story. One is that we are headquartered in Bedford, New Hampshire. As New England residents, we know that it can get very cold and into the single digits. The other story was giving the middle finger to the larger players in the space as the up and coming upstart to the industry.
I'm going to go with that one. Yeah.
We can go with that one. That's the fun one. And our logo, if you look at it carefully enough, you can kind of see a middle finger in there.
Okay. And how's that work for you in terms of giving the finger to the big boys in the segment?
I think it's been an interesting trajectory for us. Obviously, I wasn't around with the company at the inception, but to see kind of the backstory and see how it's unfolded, I think we started small, we've grown, we have an incredibly strong foothold in the hospitality industry. In the other segments that we serve, we are up and coming. We are one of the larger players in the senior space, in the multifamily, in the student housing space. And I think it's been mission accomplished. We've had our struggles, just like every other ISP provider, but we are coming out the other side, and it's really exciting to get back to the place of thought leadership and industry leading.
Excellent. Now, I'm going to ask you what are the most common problems you're solving for your clients? I applaud you having the fortitude of getting into the senior space. You're talking about the lowest tech and highest cranky factor segment of society and trying to feed them a high-tech platform and provide them customer service. Tell me about the challenges in that arena.
Sure. So in senior specifically, you're not wrong. It's a challenging industry to serve. It's historically, in the generation of people my parents' age, people in the aging adult, active adult space, they're not typically overly tech savvy. Where we come in and really where we corner the market and try to be the best resource is connectivity, keeping you connected to your grandchildren. It's that phone call where you don't have the buffering, you don't have the issues of picking up maybe a rotary phone or a dial phone. You're able to call from your computer. It's those tech tutorials that we offer where we're teaching a resident how to create a Facebook, how to stay connected with their family. It's what we like to call it is find me, follow me Wi-Fi. That can sound a little weird. That can sound a little creepy.
A little stalky, I'm just saying.
A little bit, but really what that means is if you think of a community as a holistic space and you think of a blanket network, that's what we do. We create the network. We design it, we implement it, we manage it. And it's really made so that if you're in John's room, John has his own access to his network. But if he goes to, say, the dining hall, he doesn't have to change passwords. Maria can be visiting John's room. She doesn't need his password. She's still connected to her access point or her network with her own login. It allows for security. It allows for connectivity, and it allows the comfort of knowing that you're always going to be covered with a network. Your user ability is going to jump from access point to access point to make sure that you don't have the drop, you don't have the lag, and you're able to stay connected.
Excellent, excellent. And what differentiates you from your competition? What makes Single Digits stand out?
Sure, we are the only vendor in this space offering the quadruple play. And that's the services I had mentioned before. It's the high-speed internet access, it's the television and streaming services, and the VoIP, as well as managed IT. It's able to be sold and accessed standalone, service by service, or you can bundle it. When we have a client that bundles it, you really get the true experience of this is the single digit smart home living. This allows you to have that ability to monetize your property. Your residents are going to pay someone for internet. Why not pay you?
Excellent. All right. Now, you joined the company 2 years ago in the height of the pandemic. Tell me about the challenges and opportunities in terms of growing Single Digits in the middle of a crisis.
Sure. So my step into Single Digits was an interesting one. I joined as, like I said, the project manager for hospitality. Unfortunately, the pandemic hit and I was laid off about a month later.
Oh.
I came back about 4 weeks later in a marketing capacity. There was a need in the department. I had the skill set that matched it. And really, we were able to take reduced budgets, reduced headcount. We initially started the marketing department as a department of 2. We obviously went down to a department of 1, but we've been able to partner with some great vendors, some great agencies that have helped us to kind of create the right narrative. The first piece that I had to really establish coming into this role is rebranding our website. What we did is we had a number of talks and a number of attempts to previously do that. And then coming in and being able to, within the first, I'd say 30 days, really evaluate it. I, spent the bulk of the first probably month and a half of my role in marketing listening. Talking to stakeholders, figuring out what your core objectives are. Where has it thrived, where have we fallen, and how do we get back there? So the pandemic was a little bit unique for us. In the hospitality space, obviously you have clients who aren't having the traction that they had. You don't have the travelers and the visitors. We pivoted in a number of different ways to still be able to support those clients, but we had to scale along with them. And thankfully now we are starting to scale back up just like they are.
Excellent. And dovetail into that conversation, what role has content played in the growth of Single Digits?
Content's been huge. predominantly and previously, marketing really served single digits in a unique way. It was more the research and the strategy behind it. There wasn't a ton of content being put out. We had some content that would go out here and there, but really what we've done now is we've tried a couple of different things to see what works for us. And really we've found that it's the LinkedIn ads. It's creating fun and engaging content, whether it's video, whether it's animated explainers, whether it's blog pieces, press releases. We've tried to find different things that people want to hear about, and people, will perceive us as thought leaders if this is the right messaging to put out. So it's really been a huge piece of what we've done, and probably the biggest lead generator for us.
Excellent. You speak my language. Your content has to meet people where they are. Otherwise, it's not being consumed. You can be a thought leader all on your own.
Right.
All right. Fast forward a year down the road. What are some things you'd like to be celebrating personally and professionally?
Professionally, I would like to see the website evolve to its fullest capacity and capability. It's the previous version of the website was built to be this big lead generation engine, and it missed the mark slightly. This website and this version of the website has really started to skim that surface and touch that. I'd love to see it being a consistent form and a consistent source of lead generation. It's also been built with the intentions of making support easier for our customers. That's going to be our biggest thing. I think being able to add more features in and the right ways to talk to our clients and let them engage with us, both client side and then end user side. I think that would be probably one of the biggest things for us. On a funny note, I'd love to see us cornering the market at different trade shows. Yes, we have a presence currently. There's a senior living trade show that we've been trying to get on a panel for years, and it is one of the hardest. So I'd love to see us at 2024 having that spot and being able to participate and share some of our expertise.
Excellent. Excellent. Please tell everyone what's your URL, where they can find Single Digits, and what social media outlets you're using these days as well.
Absolutely. So our website is www.singledigits.com. We are on LinkedIn. We have a presence on Facebook, and we are revamping our YouTube currently.
Excellent. Julia Healey of Single Digits, thank you for spending some time with us on Business Ninjas. I wish you and yours and Single Digits all the best in the future.
Thank you so much.